Where we shine a spotlight on the people and organizations showing up for our community. I'm your host, Ray Shirley, and every episode we sit down with a business owner, a church leader, a volunteer, somebody who's using their time, their talent, or their resources to make a difference around here. Today's conversation is a fun one. I'm joined by Rebecca Heaton from Trumbull Tech, a local technology company right here in Pasco County. And this isn't just a friendly visit. Trumbull Tech is currently running a t-shirt fundraiser for us, and the proceeds are benefiting Be a Light. So we've got a lot to talk about. Rebecca, thank you so much for making time for us today.
Thank you for having me. I really look forward to all of our conversations all of the time. So this is great. Thank you so much.
Same here. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. So before we get into the fundraiser, why don't you tell folks a little bit about Trumbull Tech and what you all do day to day and who you serve?
Sure. Trumbull Tech is a managed IT and cybersecurity company, and we help businesses stay secure, productive, and confident in today's technology-driven world. It's definitely crazy out there. Everything's always changing, and especially with AI. So we provide managed IT services, cybersecurity protection, Microsoft 365 solutions, cloud services, compliance support, and strategic technology guidance for organizations of all sizes. So 1 to 20, 30 users is typically our target market. And our mission is to make enterprise-level technology and security accessible to growing businesses. So we believe technology should empower organizations and not create stress and uncertainty. And our core values are really centered around service, integrity, accountability, innovation, and relationships. So we focus on becoming a trusted partner for all our clients by delivering solutions and supporting their business growth in general. So it's been a great journey. I love what I do. So
that's fantastic. I mean, to be able, to love the thing that you do and being able to apply something like technology to help people who often feel like, I can't afford that. It's too hard for me,
right.
And it stifles their business. So just from the course of what you do on a daily, it's service. So, the wonderful thing about Trumbull Tech that and kind of tying into that is that, you're not just running a business here, you're also, very clearly invested in the community,
Right.
and trying to target that kind of niche market, those who are growing or starting a business.
Yep.
Why is giving back something that's so important to you?
I think it's just I've always been that way as far as, I obviously have a Christian background, but just, you know, just I worked with other companies. I've worked for big corporations before, and there's, oh, spend a day here or whatever. But I think that's part of why I became an entrepreneur as well, is because it's like I've worked with so many businesses in the past where they're just about making money and making money and making money. And it's like, or if they do something charitable or give back, it's really more of a social media play, if you will, versus having really having a passion for supporting local businesses or any charitable organizations. And so, you know, Dave and I, my partner, when we created our core values, we truly, in any leadership meeting we have, if it does not fit that core value, we don't do it. So, which is we could talk about the t-shirt campaign, but that's sort of where the t-shirt idea came up with. Was he's like Dave, my partner is like he's more of the tech side of things. I'm the sales and marketing and finance, but he was like, I've got some great ideas for t-shirts, like these tech nerd shirts, and I'm like, dude, we're not in the t-shirt business. We're not doing that. and so then our leadership team was like, well, if you can fit it into a core value, so we're like, community. So what we'll do is we'll just have these shirts just for fun and kind of kind of gets his creative juice, I guess, out of these nerd shirts, and we'll any profits that we make from it, we'll just give it back to, local organizations. So we've supported Messengers of Hope and Sunraising Org, and now you guys. So we're super excited. And we had the perfect shirt. We had the perfect shirt already designed for your mission. So it worked out perfectly. So
And I have to say, I've already bought two. Okay, so I'm waiting for mine to arrive. All right. Especially since I'm a geek anyway. So when you can put geek and housing together, I'm like,
Yep.
oh, this is lovely.
There were some pretty fun shirts in there, actually. Like we also have one for Father's Day where it has a QR code, and you actually pull up the QR code and it has dad jokes, like bad dad jokes.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it.
And by the way, I don't know if you ordered them in time, but we did put your logo on the back. So I don't know
I
if you'll
wonder if I
get
ordered it
those,
too
but
soon.
yeah, so
Depending upon when you
I'll order some and we can exchange them for you. So, but yes, so now your logo is on the back as well.
That's
So
fantastic.
so not only are you helping your organization by buying a shirt, but having the shirt and wearing it around also will bring light to your mission.
Yes, as well as because we're side by side. So, highlighting the fact that,
Yep.
people don't recognize sometimes that the things that you do just organically, just on the daily, are things that you can leverage to be able to help others. And so you being a business owner, being in a position to say, you know what, why don't we do this print on demand thing? Do a fundraiser,
Yep.
just something to just try and help people in the community. And it's
Yep.
fun.
Right.
And it raises awareness about your business. It's a great marketing tool for your business, and it's also something that provides a benefit to a local nonprofit who's then able to, in supporting of their mission. So it's a win-win-win-win-win. So why not?
Exactly. 100%. Absolutely. Yep. I'm all about win-win, right? In any scenario, even if it's having a, potential client consultation or whatever. If it's not a great fit, it's not a great fit. Like, it needs to be a win-win in anything you do, right? In life, like, no matter in any relationship or any business transaction or anything you're doing in life, it needs to be a win-win for everyone involved.
Yes, and given the fact that Messengers of Hope, I mean, they have a fantastic mobile food pantry that they have. So working on the fact that we're living in a food desert,
Right.
And then it's exacerbated by, there's a lot of folks who are living near or at poverty.
Right.
And
And some of those people that are in those lines, they're not homeless. Like, they're not homeless. They're trying to keep the roof over their head for their family, but they can't afford groceries.
Yes.
So in a way, their organization also helps yours, because at least if they can kind of help provide what's missing with, the lack of money for food, but it keeps them in their home, that's helping your organization too,
Yes.
right? So
I mean, you hit the nail on the head, because people don't always see that the connection of food insecurity and rent, stress, right? People are
and I
often,
apologize if I'm not using the right words. I know that terminology has changed a lot. Like, so
oh,
if I'm, so
no. No. Terminology does not matter, especially since most of the time people say things strange anyway. But but the connection of food insecurity to not having a place to stay, or having to worry about, can I pay for food, pay for medication, and pay my rent? Things have to give, something has to give. And so
right.
being in a position where, you know, you could very easily, as a business owner, you don't have to care. I mean, you could be focusing all of your efforts on something that's for profit. But the fact that, you've internalized your mission to serve, and it's demonstrated not just in the services that you provide to your customer, but also in the things that you do in trying to kind of help behind the scenes in the community. And I just think that that's the kind of thing that we should be shining a light on, because it's fantastic. The heart that you display in helping others in the community. Just thank you so much, from for on behalf of those that we help, as well. Just really want to extend the thank you for doing that, and kind of give you some flowers early this morning.
I appreciate that. You're gonna make me tear up, and I don't cry. So.
It's onions. You're chopping onions. It doesn't look like it.
Well, and I also wanted to specifically say, as far as us collaborating together, one of the things that stands out with your Be a Light mission is I had an accounting practice for over 20 years. So I've worked with a lot of small businesses and individuals. And during that time, I worked with people across the financial spectrum. So I had clients earning $500,000 a year and clients earning $50,000 a year. And what surprised me was how often both were living paycheck to paycheck. So many people assume homelessness or financial hardship only happens to other people. But the reality is that all it takes is one tragedy, one illness, one divorce, one layoff, or one unexpected crisis for someone's entire world to change. And I've also had friends who grew up in incredibly difficult circumstances. One friend spent part of their childhood living in a family car um, after their father left, and their mother struggled to keep a roof over their heads. So if you met them today, you'd never know the challenges they faced. And their stories taught me that people who need support aren't different from us. They're our neighbors, they're our coworkers, they're friends and family members. So that's why, your mission really resonates so strongly with me. They don't just provide temporary assistance. You're providing hope, encouragement, resources, and opportunities that help people rebuild their lives and move forward. And so why wouldn't you want that in your community, right? Like, is the alternative to just let people, be living on the streets and, why wouldn't you want to help someone if you have the resources to do that, why wouldn't you want to do that? Because you're only bettering not only them, but you're bettering your community. Now you're making them an active resource in your community that will eventually pay taxes, which will help your community.
Yes.
There's not a bad reason to not help someone in need. So, that's just, so I could go on and on my little soapbox, but that's, those are some personal stories that resonate in particular with your why we wanted to partner up with you and your organization.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. And I can definitely tell it's something that is so close to you, and you feel it so much. And so thank you so much for sharing that. And like you said, I mean, it's helping out in the community. It's a win-win-win-win-win.
Exactly.
The money,
and like I said, I'm all about win-win.
Exactly. So. I mean, why take an L? No, honey, let's take that L and flip that sucker on over. We're trying to win around here. And so therefore, obviously the part that everybody wants to know, just waiting with bated breath. How do they get a shirt?
Well, I think you're going to put the link.
Support Trumbull and all this wonderful effort. How can we as a community support you?
Well, obviously, if you are a small business, we would love to have a consultation to discuss and make sure you're protecting your business. You don't want to work hard and grow it, and then one day the hacker gets in and you have to start all over. And then as far as the shirts, they're listed on our website. And I'm sure you're going to put the link in there, but it's Trumbull, Trumbull. A lot of people misspell it like BE, it's BULL.TECH. That's our website. Just go there, and I believe it's under Wear and Share. So wear and share. And then just I think we have the No Place Like Home shirt is pinned, so it should be at the very top. And then you can pick what color, what size, it'll get shipped to you. And like I said, throughout the end of the year, and we can even if we can even see to just kind of keep rolling with it, but we can test it out for the end of the year and see, hopefully it's a good promotion and helps get some donations, because I think you've got some phenomenal future plans that we want to be a part of, and we want to help you see those through, because I've never seen anything like it. It's amazing. It's the sustainability and just helping the community and the people in it and just the resources. I love it. So if people that are watching this haven't seen that presentation that you've done, I highly recommend going and checking it out or giving you a call and learning more about it, especially if you are a larger company or a larger business and you really can make big differences in this mission. You need to be checking you out for sure. So kudos to you. I know people do the little claps now, right?
Thank you. Thank you very much for that. I mean, this is exactly what Be a Light is about, right? I mean, it's neighbors showing up for neighbors. It doesn't have to be complicated. Businesses support businesses. I mean, it's all love, honey. There's a ton of money to be made. We don't have to go knocking each other over the head.
Yep.
For profits and nonprofits working together on things that benefit both and benefit the broader community around us. I mean, like you said, win, win, win,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And sometimes it can just be a t-shirt, and that's the start.
Yep.
So, Rebecca, thank you so much for the work you're doing and for partnering with us. And if you want to grab a shirt and support Trumbull Tech's fundraiser for Be a Light, we'll drop all the need to check out their stuff, honey. Security, baby, cyber threats. You don't want somebody getting all up in your goods and taking all your money, okay? You work a little hard for all that kind of stuff. You don't want none of that. So you need to get with them so they can help you out with it, all right? Thank you so much.